If the media oppressed men, they would be rated. Their bodies would be graded, and their minds would be degraded. Their opinions would be called absurd. No matter how hard they tried, their voice would not be heard. A body would become something more, and it would be all that they were taught to adore. A mirror would become their enemy, and their perfections would become their flaws. All they could do is sit back and pause, looking at the world as an individual who is not equal, as though the oppression they face is a continuing sequel. Be told that the color of the skin is the reason they did not get the job, and that the person who took it was a white female named Sarah Robb. Women would rule the political world, no laws would pass in a man's favor, and they would never be able to waver. Equal pay would not pass, and they would be depressed, lying in self-pity, unable to even get dressed. The right to an education would be cherished, because in other countries it is being perished. They would be taught that their minds don't matter. Instead, they would be ridiculed for getting fatter. Looks would be all they were good for, and putting on makeup would become a chore. They would be called imprudent menace for pursuing equality. No matter how hard they tried, they could not overcome inequality. They would be told that it is impossible for them to be a provider. Instead, they would be forced to be an outsider, only taking care of the kids and waiting on their wives hand and foot. They would be told that the home is where they need to stay put. A million male voices would be shot down, for females are scared of their power. They would be told to return to their kitchens to bake something with flour. They would fear that their little boys would be discriminated, that their bodies would be used for sex and then eliminated. Men would have to fight for the right in this world in order to make it to the top. They would have to ignore the sexist comments made by women and try not to pop. They would be forced to be the bigger person, fighting for equal pay, education, and less discrimination.